Hi and welcome to Gentleman's Corner. My name is David. Today we're going to be doing a whiskey review. Today we're going to be talking about Shieldaig 18-year-old Scotch. So Shieldaig is one of my absolute favorite Scotches. And you'll see that in just a second, as evidenced by the amount that's still left in the bottle. So Shieldaig 18 is a Speyside whiskey. It's available at Total Wine or wherever your local retailer is, more than likely, for about $45. Shieldaig, in my opinion, is just as good as some of the name brand whiskeys. And we're going to zoom in so you can see the color and everything. So turn that around. Well, let me read the description for you of what Shieldaig is. Taking its name from the Old Norse Shieldaig, the loch of herring, is truly a wild and beautiful place. The sharp fragrance of pine-scented islands, the flash of silver herring in the dark waters of the loch, the shawls of mist around the shoulders of nearby Torton Hills. Raise a glass of Shieldaig and you'll experience a reflection of this epic landscape in the complex yet balanced flavors of this fine single malt whiskey. Alrighty. We're going to go ahead and do some preliminary aromas, and then we'll go ahead and get to the tasting. So, I already like this Scotch, obviously. This is a beautiful amber color. It's got a nice sticking on the side of the glass. It's got kind of a vanilla aroma to it, which is really nice. There's a slight hint of fruit, maybe some kinds of berries, something like that. More than anything, what I smell is smoke. And of course, that's due to the aging in the charred oak barrels. But it's definitely got a sweet smell to it. Now, before we get to the tasting, I do have one other item to offer you as an alternative. This is from the same distiller. This is Shieldaig's The Classic. This is a blended Scotch. And this is one of my absolute favorites in terms of just a daily drinking Scotch. This is about $15 a bottle as opposed to $50. So I like to use this as just a way to have something to drink when I'm in the mood, when it's not a celebratory matter, of which you can see there have been many. So we're going to go ahead and zoom in for you so that you can see the differences between these two Scotches and then get to the tasting notes. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and take a look at these two whiskeys. Again, this is the Shieldaig 18, and this over here is the Shieldaig The Classic, which is the blended Scotch. So let's go ahead and take a look at these two. So I'm going to pour actually just a little bit more in here so that you can really see what these colors look like. One of my favorite sounds is the cork pop on these bottles. Lets me know I got a really good seal on it. Put that back there for contrast. Okay, so as you can see, this is a really nice kind of amber golden color. There's a thing that whiskey drinkers talk about a lot, which is when you swirl it, whether or not the whiskey sticks to the glass. I don't know if you can see, it is sticking very nicely. It's got a great consistency. It's got a great swirl to it. I absolutely love the way this Scotch looks, the way it smells, the way it tastes. Everything about it to me just oozes class. Much more than some of the name brands that you would expect to see. And partly is the name is not recognizable, so I enjoy some of the kind of mysticism about that. Okay, so this is the blend, and again, I'll pour a little bit more into this glass so that you can see what the difference is. So this is Shieldaig's The Classic. Switch hands here. I am not left-handed, I'm right-handed. Okay, so this is Shieldaig's The Classic. Again, it's got really good sticking. I don't know if you can see the line up here. It's got really good sticking, a really nice consistency. It's much, well, not much. It is lighter in color as compared to the Shieldaig 18. I'll put them up next to each other so you can see. This one is a little bit more amber colored. This is more honey colored. It's a subtle difference. To me, it's a distinction without a difference, really. And part of that is just the age of the whiskeys. These are younger whiskeys. They haven't cured in the oak barrels as long, so they haven't picked up as much of the color that we're looking for. But this is very, very nice. Again, good consistency, great aroma. And but other than that, let's go ahead and get back to the tasting. All right, well, let's go ahead and get to tasting these two scotches. So right off the bat, again, this has got kind of those caramel and oaky, peaty flavors, or scents, excuse me. So, excuse me, my allergies are going crazy. So right off the bat, what I notice is this is a very smooth whiskey. It's definitely got those aged flavors like I like. It does have that vanilla sweetness. There's some fruits in the background, but really what I taste is smoke, which I'm totally fine with. It's got these very woody, very kind of burnt flavors that I like. And that's what I want in a single malt scotch. Now, this beautiful thing right here. Again, like we talked about in the comparison, this is much lighter in color. It's still got a good consistency, which I like. Now this has got some chocolate, raspberry, vanilla notes. It sort of smells like a chocolate-covered strawberry that has been drenched in whiskey. Because that's what everybody wants to hear when they're about to take a sip of whiskey. Yeah, okay. So right off the bat, I am sorry folks, again, allergies. This has a much cleaner flavor to it. This is much more light, clean, crisp. Sort of the difference between like a lager and a porter in terms of beer. This is much, much cleaner. It's definitely got those flavors of chocolate and raspberry or strawberry, whatever it is, in there. It doesn't really have as much of a smoky flavor as some might like on their whiskeys, which is to be expected. I mean, this has not been aged the way that this has. Either way, if you can afford $50 a bottle, I would say absolutely consider Shieldaig 18-year-old before you go buy any of the more recognizable name brands. I think this is just as good, if not better, than some of those brands. Shieldaig, the classic, if you're looking for a good blended scotch or you just can't afford $50 a bottle every time you buy a bottle of scotch, I highly recommend it. It's very drinkable. It is on the sweet side, but you know what? I'm okay with that because of the price point and personal preference. This is something that I like to drink not every day, but almost every other day. I have a small glass of it, something akin to this. Other than that, though, if you'd like to leave a drop in the comments, we'd love to hear from you. What is your favorite whiskey? Where do you buy it from? And if you don't mind sharing with us, what do you pay for it? I'd love to see kind of some of the demographics of the audience that is viewing these kinds of videos to see what kind of price point people are working with as I'm tailoring future videos. Other than that, this has been Gentleman's Corner. My name is David. Have a great day.